Hello, this is Molly, and welcome to my YouTube channel as we take a look at the Cancer lunar eclipse on January 10th, 2020 at 2:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure and adjust for your location on the planet. And this is a powerhouse eclipse that has three significant astrological energies happening all at the same time. And I'm going to walk you through what those three significant astrological energies are, plus all the additional energies that are in play as well. So as with every lunar eclipse, it is a full moon. And here we have the moon in Cancer at 20 degrees, opposing the sun at 20 degrees of Capricorn, conjunct Mercury, the messenger, the communicator, information, announcements, a lot happening when Mercury is conjunct the sun. And in Capricorn, it's serious. It's a reality check. It's about world developments. This is the energy of decisions being made, commitments being announced, what we're doing going forward. So all of this energy is very big here. And it's very strong in Capricorn, which we've been talking about for a while now. So not only do we have the Sun and Mercury in Capricorn, we also have simultaneously the Pluto-Saturn conjunction at 22 degrees of Capricorn. And they will actually travel into 23 degrees of Capricorn together over the next few weeks. This conjunction can happen at any time. Okay, so please put that into perspective. They could meet up at any time at 22 degrees of Capricorn. I mean, this energy, because these are slow-moving planets, this could have happened in April. This could have happened last August, this conjunction, okay? But what makes it so amazing is that it's happening conjunct each other, conjunct Mercury, conjunct the Sun, during a lunar eclipse. So that helps to put it in perspective of how big all this Capricorn energy is that the Cancer lunar eclipse always involves the sun and the moon. But now it involves all these additional players in Capricorn. And think about how they're all lined up here. And here's the vulnerable moon in Cancer. Now the moon is at home in Cancer. This is its safety zone. The moon in Cancer is here to help us look for a feeling of emotional safety and a safe place. It's about trusting your feelings and accepting them. This is a very strong feminine energy, by the way, because Cancer is feminine, but so is Capricorn. It is an earth sign, which is in the feminine realms in astrological energies. So we're awakening to another level of divine feminine energies within all of this energy field. That is another theme. We've also been healing unconscious emotional wounds with this North Node in Cancer. So this could be a checking in point on some emotional wounds and patterns you've been moving through, examining family issues, examining mother nurturing areas of life. And the Capricorn is the reality check and the turning point energies of what you need to do now in the present. This is the present moment. This is the past. So we have a strong focus on all these Capricorn planets requiring us to be in the world now, and yet the world is changing permanently, deeply, and seriously with all of these planets together. Now we also have Jupiter here at 8 degrees, almost 9 degrees of Capricorn, and it's conjunct the South Node, another big energy of letting go, of releasing, of really understanding what's complete and what's over in these Capricorn areas of life. So we have some very big turning points here, all happening at the same time. So not only do we have this very emotional full moon lunar eclipse and the simultaneous conjunction of Saturn and Pluto, which has not happened for 37 years. 37 years they have not been conjunct. But we also have, within hours of this eclipse, Uranus at 2 degrees of Taurus stationing, that's what that S means, is stationing or stopping to go direct. And this is, of course, another layer of eclipse energy, with Uranus being the awakener, the shock, the disruptor, the one who says, now it's time to move forward. And it happens quickly. With Uranus, it's a fast-moving planet. It brings in fast-moving energies to the Taurus Earth realms. So a lot shaking, rattling, moving here as we begin January 2020 and move into a whole new year, a whole new decade, and a whole new era. Because these are global changes in Capricorn. This is significant world events and developments. Again, with this Mercury here, it's announcements. And keep in mind, all of this is so strong in your chart. And then this is how we feel about it. And this is how we process privately and need a minute to just sit with ourselves. Very important to take care of your emotional body, to check in with your emotional self, your emotional needs, the messages of your body. And there could be a need to find a sanctuary with all of these outer world developments unfolding in a permanent way. And the permanence is because of Pluto. Now, when you have a lineup of planets here, they're all in conversation. They're all talking. They're all players in the game, so to speak. But Pluto is the most powerful because it is the slowest moving. It is about evolution. It is about the areas of destruction and power, control, transformation, what is dead, what is ending at a very significant level. There's certainly the seriousness with this conjunction to Saturn, and that is authority figures, those in charge. Capricorn is business, politics, government, the main players on the world stage. And Pluto is really concerned with truth coming out, truth being seen, and the revelations around that. Saturn coming in brings in a seriousness to it is time. It is time for the truth. It is time for these revelations. It is time for the Great Awakening. And with Saturn being about timing, there's been an anticipation energy throughout 2019. A lot's been worked out. A lot has been moved and uncertain. And this is a time where what we need to know comes forth, because the Saturn in Capricorn is very serious, doesn't mess around, takes life seriously, takes responsibility seriously, and is saying, where's the integrity and the responsibility here? What does need to end so that we can move forward in these Capricorn areas of life? And Capricorn is about dignity and experience and maturity. So this is an energy too of each of us is maturing. There's a mastery with Capricorn, a spiritual mastery, a sense of being in your spiritual integrity, even if it means you have to stand alone. And that can feel vulnerable, which this moon in Cancer can feel, is very vulnerable, defensive, sensitive, reactionary. Those are some of the lower expressions of the moon in Cancer, but that moon is being required to mature in the real world and to understand what's happening now is meant to unfold at this time for the evolution of humanity's consciousness. That's why the Great Awakening is happening. And then this cosmic energy of Uranus in Taurus is about lightning fast understandings of what matters and what is essential. Taurus is about the essentials of life, but it's also the first earth sign that establishes your reliance on yourself and the inner strength of Taurus and the ability to love yourself, to accept yourself, to stand strong in who you are. And then Capricorn is how you take that out into the world. So very strong earth energies at this time, earth reality check, so to speak, anything in our physical world and physical lives has been under a deep renovation. And if you've been following my YouTube channel, you know that I did a special show for you about the January 2020 Saturn-Pluto conjunction, where I talked about this being a major renovation. And that's on the world stage. And basically it's living through a renovation. And if you've ever had that done in your home, for example, it's incredibly inconvenient, but you must think about where you're going, and that Pluto brings about a renewal. It brings about a transformation. It brings about a new expression of consciousness around what has been learned. And I feel like this is an energy that we came to participate in with an understanding of our own higher consciousness. Now, I see that showing up here in this Neptune at 16 degrees.